Right, so this is my skills walkthrough video, and I'm going to demonstrate to you I know all my stuff. Right, so here, these are the images for the background, the screen that pops up when you press enter to, when you want to press enter to start, and then this one is a hitbox map that looks like this, which is just a representation of the blocks over here that you can't walk through. These are the spawn points for player 1 and player 2. These are is setting up an array to set the coordinates for the speed boost spawn packs, and this one is whether or not the speed boost pack has been taken yet. These are the player speeds and how many speed boosts they have picked up, which will impact how fast they move. These are the controls for player 2, controls for player 1. Sorry. And these are basically, sorry, I'm not sure what that is. These are basically Boolean values on which screen is supposed to be showing right now. So it currently starts with the intro screen, and then later it will turn into the tutorial screen, and then the game started screen, which is the game, and then it will get you sent to Pong when you die. Alright, so size 800 by 800. We load our images, Pac-Man background.jpg, it's this one. Intro screen.jpg, that's this one. And Pac-Man hitboxes, that's this one. So first of all, I set the value for the arrays of the speed boost balls X and Y values and whether they have taken. So these are all purposely calculated to put them in the 4 corners and the middle of the map. And then these, since they just spawned in, they're obviously not taken yet, so I set them to false. And then here under the draw method, we start by saying if the Boolean intro screen is on, which it is, then the background is the enter to start, which is this one. And if the key code is enter, which is pressed, they go onto the tutorial screen, which is over here. And Boolean intro screen is set to false. So over here, Boolean tutorial screen, we have all our text giving them the tutorial. And then if key code equals 8, which is backspace, the game starts. So Boolean game start is true, and Boolean tutorial screen is now false. So here, if bool game start, which is true now, is true, then we load in the hitbox map first, which is this one. And we use this hitbox map to determine whether or not a ball can go through the walls. So, if the player coordinates are on the black blocks from the hitbox map, stop them from moving by bouncing them back 10 pixels. So I use the get command to get the color that the player's ball is on. So if they're on a black area compared to this, then and if it's while their right click is pressed, they'll get bounced back 10 to the left. If they're going to the left, they'll get bounced back 10 to the right. If they're going down, they'll get bounced back 10 to the top, and if they're going up into a wall, they'll get bounced back 10 to the bottom. Now this is the exact same code again, but for player 2, it's what happens when they touch the color black on this map. And then after that, we layer the normal Pac-Man background on top of the hitbox map over here. That's why I put it down here. And then we summon in player 1, who is red, and player 2, who's blue, using their X and Y variables. And then after that, we have a for loop to spawn the speed boosts in the maze. So since we have 5 of them, we set int I equals 0, I equals less than 5, and I adds 1. So each time we use Oh, sorry. Here, this one is the loop, for loop to spawn them in, first of all. So we grab the I equals 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. And then we just draw in a white circle at the coordinates that we have given it earlier up top in the array. And then over here, this is what happens when they collide. So if the distance between the player between the player x and y and the speed boost x and y is less than 25, which is basically just when they touch, and it hasn't been taken yet, but meaning its Boolean taken is false, then we set it to true. We teleport it to -100, which is off the screen, so we can't see it, meaning it's effectively taken. And we make the player 1's speed boost count +1. So it starts at 0, and now it's at 1 after they took 1 speed boost. And this is the exact same code, but for when player 2. Now, I just explained that one a second ago. These are the movement controls for player 1. So if W is pressed, then the player 1's speed is -1. Because when W is pressed, you're going up, so the Y value is getting smaller. Now, the player 1y variable is equal to that speed minus 1.5 times how many speed boosts they have. So if they have 0 speed boosts, well, they'll just keep going at a -1 speed. But if they have like 2 speed boosts, they'll be going at -1 minus 3 speed. So, you know, it makes them go faster. These copy pasted basically. These, same thing for player 2. These are just against the outer walls of the map. So basically, if they exit the blue walls on the outside here, you know, they'll just they can't. Same thing for player 2 over here. And then over here, if Boolean, here, the collision detection against other players, if the distance between player 1x, player 1y, and player 2x, player 2y is less than 35, then send to Pong becomes true. And if send to Pong becomes true, then game start becomes false, that game we just went through. The background gets set to no background, it's just black. And then the text size is 30, we fill it with white, and we get the text Pong time. Now this is where we're supposed to get teleported to Gordon's game, but since this is just skills walkthrough video of our own, I'm not going to show his. Now here are the other methods. You know, these are the key code, up pressed, down pressed, left pressed, right pressed, W, ASD, you know, and the released methods. And that's it. Yeah. Just to go over the array in this code is over here. Speed boost Y, speed boost taken, speed boost X. Yeah. Thanks.